And welcome back, everybody, to a post Super Bowl spectacular. Or I should say spectacular. Is that how you say it in Puerto Rican? I don't know. Just trying to get with the program, as Spanish is the words of the day. My name is Jay Black, joined as always by the wonderful Rhea Hughes and the perfectly adequate Angelo Cataldi. And guys, let's just jump into it because, Angelo, you're wearing an Eagles
Yes,
champions hat. So
that's
tell
right.
me about this Super Bowl that the Eagles were not a part of.
Well, I would like to. I'm just going to continue to recognize the Eagles as the champs because the two teams in this Super Bowl are not that good. They're nowhere near as good as the Eagles
No.
were a year ago. And I'm still very, very bitter. And I'm bitter because the only reason the Eagles were not back there is because their coaching sucked this year. And we will not stand by and allow it to happen another year. So I'm being aggressive with the hat here. That's what that's about.
Ange, I would like to inform you, and I know this will make you happy because I did it on the show. Chris Collinsworth still sucks, in case you were
Oh,
wondering. So
oh.
let me just point out a couple of things. He kept saying he had never seen a defense play like this in the Super Bowl, and I'm going, okay, let me see if I get this right. And Seattle's defense is good. I'm not taking anything away from them, but Seattle's defense did that to Drake May, who looked like he was frightened the whole time. Okay, no receivers, no running back. Now, let me see what the Eagles defense did to a first ballot Hall of Famer and Andy Reid as a coach, regardless of what Angela and I thought about him when he was here. He's a first
Right.
ballot Hall of
Yep.
Famer. And
Unlike some coaches.
unlike some, and we won't mention their names,
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes, who will be a first ballot Hall of Fame quarterback, and Travis Kelsey. Give me a break. What the Eagles did in the Super Bowl was one of the best defensive performances ever. Then he had a point in the game, Ange. I don't know if you remember this. A guy caught the ball, but he didn't catch it because the nose of the ball was actually on the carpet, and I saw it live. And he's
Yep.
like, I don't know how you can't call that a catch. And I'm going,
Yeah.
dude, you're so terrible. So yeah, so he ruined it like he ruined the Eagles Super Bowl back in 2017. And the two teams in it, that I mean, listen, Sam Darnold wasn't any great shakes. It was Seattle's defense.
Yeah.
Let me just say, this girl is still in her prime. She's crushing it. And I just want to say, Collingsworth, even if it were a good game, it was so brazen how he was programmed to hype even garbage.
Yeah.
This was awful. Look anywhere, ask anyone. This was a dreadful game, but he had to make it sound like something great was going on. So he played up the defense, which, come on, the team he was playing, the Patriots had no business being in that game. They were not ready for that showcase. It was
No.
4 hours I will never get back, Jay. All of it. It
You know,
sucked start to finish. Nothing about it was good. Nothing.
Collinsworth has the vibe of a dad who booked a bad vacation to save money and is
Yes.
trying to convince you the entire
Yes.
time. It's like,
Yes.
Yes.
no, but this is better than Disney World. Why would you want to go to
Oh,
Disney World? We got roller coasters here.
he stinks.
They
Oh,
say
is
he's
he
retiring.
bad?
I don't think anybody will be sad to see him go.
No.
All
No.
right, let's switch over to what I think has become the main story,
Yeah.
especially when you consider how poor the game was, which is the battle of the competing halftime shows. You
Oh,
had Bad Bunny, who is a
oh
Spanish
God.
speaker, that upset a bunch of Republicans. So they said, we're going to have our own Super Bowl party. And they had the Turning Point USA All American halftime show, headlined by Adult Rock. I can't call him Kid Rock because he's 5 years older than I am.
Yeah.
And numbers wise, it was 135 million to 6 million. So Bad Bunny won. But I had a couple of questions about this. And Rhea, I'll start with you. The first one is, do you remember in the 90s when there was alternative halftime shows all the time? Like
Yeah,
this.
I seem to remember there might which I think is when the NFL decided they were going to start going big. Didn't Michael Jackson have like an alternative concert? There was something.
No, no,
No?
it was in Living Color in
Ah,
1992. The sketch show
yeah.
did their own live version in 92 that got 20 million viewers. And the
Okay.
next year, Michael Jackson was the
Got it.
headliner. It was
Yeah.
like the NFL went, we can't do up with
Yeah.
people. We got to get someone people care about. And they went after Michael Jackson. But yeah, it was In Living Color. And then there was also Beavis and Butthead had
Yeah.
theirs,
Right.
which I used to watch, of course.
Yeah.
But so is this an important thing, Rhea, that this happened? Are we going to see
Listen,
more of this? Like, what are your
we
thoughts here?
knew where this was going politically just because of what's going on with the country, and Bad Bunny has been very outspoken, which is his right.
Yeah.
And now Clark and I watched the whole thing. I didn't understand any of the music. The energy was fun. I liked the dancing trees were amusing. But it to me, the best show there are two best shows that I loved. I love Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre. They had Mary J.
Yeah.
Blige, they had Kendrick
Yeah.
Lamar. The set they did of like a mini Compton, and I think Eminem even came out during
Eminem
that.
popped out. It was awesome. It was
all
awesome, Rhea.
all songs that I absolutely love. And then to me, the other guy who was awesome was Bruno Mars, because he's a flat out entertainer. So those are the two shows. I don't know any of Bad Bunny's songs, so
Yeah.
it's hard for me to judge. But I'm not one of those people who turning the channel halftime at Super Bowl. I'm just
Well,
not.
I'm going to turn to Angelo now because Angelo is going to sing to us a bunch of
Right.
Bad Bunny in the original Spanish because I know he's a huge fan, right? Right, Angelo?
Yeah, well, let me start at this. At one time, if my memory serves correctly, the Puppy Bowl was a halftime feature.
Yeah.
It was actually done live in halftime. And in one of the Puppy Bowls, one of the puppies pooped on the 50-yard line. That was better than anything I saw
That
Sunday.
was coming.
All right.
Yeah.
I would have rather see a replay of that than the game or Bad Bunny. Here's what's happening in America. All right. Bad Bunny now, no one can actually honestly review Bad Bunny.
No.
If you hate Trump, then you have to say that Bad Bunny was terrible.
Correct.
If you love Trump, you have to say that that the other show, the alternate, was terrific, although that looked like a total train wreck.
Oh, it was. Yeah.
Right? The fact is, Bad Bunny, can he sing? No, he sounds awful. You know how you know that? Ricky Martin at one point did like 30 seconds, and you heard a voice that was truly spectacular. And you went, Ricky Martin should be the thing, and Bad Bunny should be doing 30 seconds. Can't sing a lick. Can't dance. I don't know where people think he can dance. He's not a dancer. He's just a
Just so
hand
you
mover.
know, all the running that he did at halftime, he gained more yards than the Patriots did in the first half. So that going for them.
He doesn't speak English, so I had no idea what the hell he was talking about. And all he actually did was take the country and polarize us even more. Yeah. There's nothing about that was actually entertaining other than, as Jay will point out momentarily, the spectacle.
Yeah.
How they put all that together. Jay, that was impressive. I'll acknowledge.
It was unbelievably, just as somebody who does a lot of live entertainment, the amount of moving pieces that had to come together perfectly. The way I look at it is, even if I'm not a fan of the music, even if you're not a fan of the music, I could appreciate, first off, hot Latinas dancing, I'm always in favor of. There's no time that you tell me hot Latinas are about to dance that I go, no, please, I don't want to see that. But the amount of just technical expertise that was on display, as a person who loves live events, I know you go to Broadway all the time. It was a Broadway show level spectacle on the 50-yard line in front of 130 million people. I got to give credit to that. I think you have to, Angelo.
But the most offensive part, and Rhea was mentioning a couple of, Bruno Mars may have been the best. I agree with you, Rhea. Prince was great.
Prince is my favorite.
10 years ago, Lady Gaga was really good. And they brought her in for a cameo, and she sounded like crap. She didn't even sound good.
She didn't sound good. It was weird.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, Rhea.
Yeah.
The only one that sounded like they could actually sing Sunday was Ricky Martin. Yeah. And the fact of the matter is, it was better than the game. All right. So was dental work without Novocaine. You know?
Yes.
I'm just glad it's over.
Yeah.
The whole season to me, as an Eagles fan, remember this? As an Eagles fan, the whole season to me was a friggin' disaster. and I'm actually glad it's over now, and I just need to get it out of my system.
Let me throw out a name for next halftime show, and I'm only halfway joking. Weird Al Yankovic.
Oh,
Tell
God.
me, tell me there's anybody in this world who doesn't like Weird Al Yankovic. You can't
Yeah.
find anybody. Everybody
Yeah.
loves him. Because I can't think anybody else you could put in there that's universally beloved. Right? I mean, if you put in a country star, the people on the left will get mad. If you
Yeah.
put in a hip hop star, the people on the right will get mad. Find me somebody that's in the Venn diagram of everyone's happiness. And I think it's Weird Al. It's the only one I
Chris
can think of.
Long, Ange, the former Eagle, actually, and I'm not sure I think he was pretty much joking, had the funniest idea on Friday before the Super Bowl. He goes, I think they should lift up Bruce Springsteen, like from the bottom of a stage, wearing an American flag suit, and he and Bad Bunny should sing Born in the USA. And I thought that was
Wow.
Yeah.
hysterical.
And
That's
people
better
would,
than what they came up with.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
is better. I
All
agree.
right. Let me tell you something about piracy. It's back, baby. Piracy is making a huge return, ladies and gentlemen. And I read about this on TheVerge.com. There's something called a superbox, which is a technically legal piece of equipment that you can attach to your TV that downloads a bunch of illegal software that can then connect you to all of the streaming services for free. Now, it is not 100% reliable because it is illegal stream, so it has to find the streams for you. But by and large, people are paying $300-400 for this box and then getting everything for free. Now, here's my perspective on this, and I wrote this to you in the email. Steve Jobs once said, people don't want to pirate. If you give them things at a reasonable price, they will buy them. And he was proven correct with the iTunes store. Make a song 99 cents, people will buy the song. You make the song $5, nobody buys the song. And it seems to me that the streamers have been gouging us for so long that this is the result of their actions, not ours. I don't blame the people buying the Superbox. Rhea, do you blame the people buying the Superbox?
Here's the thing is, I think a lot of people who are buying the super box probably can afford to pay for the streaming. The ones who can't, I go right ahead. I am totally fine with it. But I mean, listen, I know somebody many years ago. He's no longer with us. Okay. So I can say this. I'm not going to say his name. Very wealthy. He was stealing electric. Half of his house wasn't even hooked up. Okay. So my whole thing is people just always don't want to pay for product. I mean, I can't tell you how many times, and Jay, you've seen this online.
Yeah.
People yell and scream at newspaper writers, going, I can't read your stuff. It's behind a paywall. Yeah, dude, that's how you get paid. Okay. I
Yeah.
mean, so I could never do it. I would be afraid that I would be sitting at home on a Friday night with my hair piled on top of my head, looking like a train wreck, and the police would come to arrest me because I'm watching some bad show on Netflix that I've stolen. So I think it's people are always looking to not pay for something, and this is another example.
Angelo, did I see you
Sure.
click to buy the Superbox during this conversation or no?
You're a disgrace. You are a disgrace, especially somebody who makes movies yourself. And now basically you have just advocated theft. You have advocated on this podcast an illegal act because the prices are too high. All right. Now, normally I've seen the way you dress, so I wouldn't apply this to you. But if you go into a fancy store and a shirt's $250, do you feel you should shoplift it because it's so expensive? It's not fair anyway. I may as well take it. No, there is these people, whether you want like what the streamers are charging you or not, they are only going to charge what they can get. Do you understand?
Mhm.
There's a system in America that you may have forgotten. It's called free enterprise.
Yep.
And if you don't want to buy it, I don't want to buy Hulu anymore for my own reasons. So I didn't buy it. That's all. It's that simple. That doesn't give me the right to go out and steal something. No, this is awful. And honestly, and then I was thinking about it, Jed. I went, wow, should I risk my freedom so I could get a movie, the latest action thriller that I know I will hate once I steal it.
Yeah.
No,
No.
this is Jay. You need to take back what you said before. You can't
I
evaluate whether you could do something illegal because you think the price isn't fair.
what
That's
I
wrong.
what I'm saying is I pay for everything. I pay for it exactly the way you're supposed to with a credit card that they take from every single year. I buy it by the year to save a couple of bucks. But here's what I'm saying. If you gouge people, Angelo, and we're not, you said about the shirt. If it's $250 at one store and 10 at another store, obviously I go and buy the $10 shirt. You can
I
see
could
by the
see
way I
it.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Yes.
if the stores are colluding to charge everybody $250, you know what? Take the shirt. That's what I say. And that's what we're getting.
Terrible.
Collusion among the evil capitalist overlords. That's what I see.
It's a terrible, terrible message. It makes me sad. And if you pay $10 for that shirt, you got screwed. It's
I,
probably
I,
worth about four.
I'm going to be honest with you. I believe I got it on sale for $4.99. I'm not. I'm not even joking. This is a Kohl's special, ladies and gentlemen. Well, you know what? Let's our final topic of the first bit here is about Brandon Sanderson, who's a guy I doubt that you read, Angelo. He writes
No.
the Mistborn series about fantasy novels. I've read all of them because I did not have sex in high school. But
Clearly.
yeah, uh, he just signed a deal with Apple TV, and I sent you the link. It's an unprecedented deal. It gives him the most power that any author has ever had over his creation, more than even J.K. Rowling. He is basically the architect of this show. And it got me to thinking. He said, I care more about the control than I do about the check. And my question to you, Angelo, do you care about the check or the control? Would you give up millions of dollars if it meant that
No.
you could control this thing, or do you just take the check and cartwheel out of the room?
Well, Rhea knows the answer. It's all controlled to me. I gave
Yes.
up a career in newspapers because I no longer had control over my product. They were editing. They brought in lawyers. The Inquirer back then was
Tell
obsessed.
Jay about the time you showed up at your editor's door on a Sunday
Yes,
morning.
I literally showed up on his door when they had butchered something I had written and was clear with him that I was not pro editing, especially the way they were doing it. Creativity is everything. Here's the thing about Brandon Sanderson. I don't know him from a hole in the wall, and I wouldn't want the Cosmere universe at gunpoint. But
Yeah,
here's what I'll tell you. He sold, as a fellow author
yeah,
who did not reach this level, he sold 50 million books. All
yeah.
right.
Wow.
So here's what I could tell you. There would be no reason why he would sign off on a deal that got him, $100 million, $500 million, whatever it is. He's already got more money than he could ever spend.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you at least want to make sure that your product is going to be your product? And nobody, and I agree with this, nobody will give you more of that right than Apple.
Yeah.
So I think it's good that he did it. And I'm glad he did it. And I hope all these other greedy people that are making all this product that we're watching will realize that after about 20 mil, you don't need any more. And all you're going to do is ruin the next generation or two or three or four by making their lives so easy, they will screw everything up. Just don't be greedy, be smart. It's the way you'll be remembered is what you produced, not how much money you made.
Rhea, what do you think? If a big company wanted to buy the podcast for $100 million but wanted to install a producer, do we say yes or no?
Oh, absolutely. I have a kid to go to college, so I don't it's 100%. You can no. So here's the thing is, and yeah, I lived it every day with Angelo. But we have examples of this. Isn't that how Sylvester Stallone got Rocky done? It was his idea, right?
Yeah,
And they kept wanting to take it from him and put other people in the lead. Or I mean, if I remember,
yeah,
it's been
That's
78, but
exactly right.
yeah, and we're coming up on what, like the 50th anniversary. He was like, "No, this is what I do." Angelo, Chaz Palminteri, A Bronx Tale,
Yep.
same thing. It was his idea. He went.
Yep.
So to me, sometimes, and those guys didn't have a nickel to rub together when they had their masterpieces. So sometimes I think it really all depends on where you are in life. So if you have money,
Very
you
true.
could just get the control. If maybe Sly Stallone and Chaz Palminteri weren't married with kids at the time. I mean, it really just comes into, do I give up the control to get the money, or no, I can afford to say no. I mean, that's where I think it comes down to. But I think more times than not, we see when creative people don't give up the control, we benefit from it, from what they deliver.
Absolutely. I agree with both of you on that, even though I do come from the Big Daddy school of take the money when you can. I do think that Angela, you're right. 20 million is the good threshold. If you're above
That's the
20,
cutoff.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
you're good to go. All right. Well, I'll tell you one person that did not demand editorial control because he understood that you just let creative people do what they do and everybody wins. And that's our good friend Steven Singer. Tell us about Steven Singer, Angela.
Rhea's been so good today. I'm just going to turn this over to. I just want to mention last night, because I'm old and don't work anymore. I took my wife out for Valentine's Day. I had a nice.
Valentine's Day
Ooh.
is Saturday, Angelo.
Yeah, see, there's the problem. So I probably are going to need something else on the other end, right?
Yeah.
Well, fortunately, I happen to know where to get that, and that's Steven Singer Jewelers. You got, what is it, 4 days, 3 days to, what did you wait so long
Yeah.
for? Now, what are you going to do, Rhea? What are they going to do now with Valentine's Day this week? There it
I'm
is.
going to tell you right now, besides
Ah,
all the beautiful jewelry that
ah,
they have at Steven Singer, you want to get engaged, you just want to buy her a beautiful trinket. They have amazing ones there. I will tell you, and Ange, we've represented
ah.
Steven Singer for what, almost 30 years?
It's
This,
amazing.
this is simply the most beautiful gold dip rose he has ever done. The
Yeah.
Sunset Rose. It's available at the other corner of 8th and Walnut and at their new store in Newtown next to the Capitol Grill. But I mean, I just can't tell you
Rhea,
how gorgeous
what's that
this
like?
is.
$500, $600 for
No,
that?
I believe it's, hold on, let me look. I got it right here. Let me look it up. I believe it's like 60, $70. I think it's,
What? Are
hold
you
on,
kidding me? And
hold
it
on. I
comes in
got
a
it.
beautiful gift box, a
Comes in a
little
beautiful gift
card.
box. I'm
Oh,
sorry, it's $89. And I
oh,
will tell you, the gift box that comes in, Clark got his
oh.
girlfriend one for homecoming. The gift box, she was like, she loved the gift box. And then opened it up and went, oh my God, there's a gold dip rose in here. She got a blue one that time. But I'm telling you, the sunset one is gorgeous.
Come on, guys. Step up. It's time. I hate stevensinger.com, other corner of 8th Order, and now in Newtown. New place in Newtown. Do it today, because tomorrow is getting late. Thank you.
I have a quick update. My wife has decided she will attend my comedy show on Valentine's Day.
Oh, wow.
And she said, I'll take the ride up, but don't worry about getting me a seat in the room. I don't need to watch. So
Oh,
Good.
that's great.
things are
Yep.
going great in the Jay Black marriage, everybody.
Boy, it sure is.
Rhea, what do you got for us this week on British Corner?
So, I'll tell you, like, I'm a little worried about the some of the British stuff because there's not a lot of new stuff coming out. And, I'm a little concerned about that since it's kind of what I love. A lot coming out in the stuff that I love, the mystery. So, Grace, which is a show I have reviewed several times, season 5 dropped recently. So I did watch it. It is a standard issue police procedural, but really good. If you started from season 1, it gives you a lot of the backstory of the main detective, who's Detective Grace, where his wife just disappeared like 7 years before. He's never been able to find her. So I don't want to give anything away because there's a lot of stuff that drops season 1 through season 4. What I found really interesting about season 5, the first episode I watched, and it was only one available, is, and it takes place in a soccer stadium during a game that there's a someone has placed a bomb there. And it was pretty wild because I've always, you always wonder how we go into stadiums now. You gotta go through the metal detectors and you can't bring bags in and everything's so crazy. So it was really interesting just because of my sports background. I didn't buy some of the stuff because I just know, Ange, if I was at a game and you were at a game and we saw police with dogs walking up and down the aisles, knowing our crowd, there would immediately be tweets and phone calls to WIP that something bad was going on. So you have to suspend a little bit of disbelief, but It's a well-acted police procedural. I like it. It's called Grace. It's on BritBox, and they only dropped episode 1.
Wow.
Great.
Rhea, that's remarkable. It just occurred to me how they could make soccer interesting. At every game, hide a bomb somewhere in the stadium.
I like soccer. Come on, it's
Horrible.
fun. It's a
All right,
good.
by the
It's a
way,
good time.
I am now not pleased with Miss Rhea Hughes. All right.
Why?
Because she just did this thing about how there's nothing great coming out right now, British. And I've been begging her to check out this show, which is great and is British.
What
So
show?
I'm going to recommend it now. And then you're going to tell me if I'm right or wrong next week. Steel. It's called
Oh,
Steel.
yes.
It's for the first episode is one of the best pilots I've ever watched.
Okay.
It is an incredible. The beginning of it is a heist. You love a heist.
I do
And
love a
then
heist story.
It's really good. I'm halfway through it. It's on Prime. Rhea, please check it out this week.
No, I went through it. I looked at it, and then I saw that Grace was up, and I was like, oh, I really like this. So I wanted to. I was like, but it looked good. It's got the woman in it who was married to the Jonas brother, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Sophia. Something.
She's beautiful. It's really good, Rhea.
Okay. I will watch it this week, and I will review it next week.
Steel, it's called. But I just want to take a second here to honor the incredible career of a genius. His name is David E. Kelly. And David E. Kelly has been responsible for. This is just in the legal genre. Ally McBeal, The Practice, Boston Legal, LA Law, Goliath, and now The Lincoln Lawyer. And let me just say,
I'm 4 or 5 episodes in, so go
Rhea,
right ahead. I'm with you.
I'm telling you, it's the best. The best season is season 4. And the guy that plays Mickey Holler is just fantastic. His name is Manuel Garcia Rufo. And he's such a good actor. And I'm not going to tell you every part of it is great. The guy who plays Cisco his detective is kind of weird, and there's some weird twists in it.
I love Cisco. He's one of my favorites.
All right, but here's the thing. It's impossible not to binge it. You start watching it, and they know how to trap you into. David E. Kelly is a master. And you go, oh, God, I got to see what happens next. And I got through 10 episodes in a day and a half. I couldn't stop watching it. I was mesmerized by it. It is the best watch I've seen in a while. And it is great that Netflix continues to put it out very, very expeditiously. Do you know, they've already been renewed for season 5. And are in production for it now.
Wow.
They don't let you wait 2 years like Pluribus and Vince Gilligan. They give you the next season within a calendar year. That's not asking that much. They used to do 39 episodes of American hour-long TV in a year. They can't do 10 in a year.
Well, it's easier to get a hold of drugs back in the 50s.
The best watch, Lincoln Lawyer on Netflix, season 4. If you haven't seen the first 3 seasons, congratulations. You got a week of tremendous TV watching The Lincoln Lawyer.
I double thumbs up that for Angelo. It's phenomenal.
Triple thumbs up. I love The Lincoln Lawyer. I've been watching it. It's great. My writing partner, Brian Herzlinger, used to be the assistant to Bill D'Elia, who was a writer or a director that worked for David E. Kelly. He was the creator of a bunch of shows with David E. And 2 things I can tell you. Number 1, I got to visit the set of Ally McBeal. And it was the first and only time in my life I got a directive not to make eye contact with a star. That was an act. Calista Flockhart, you were not allowed to make eye contact with Miss Flockhart.
Come on.
I'm not making it up. I got there. They said, don't, if she comes out, do not make eye contact with her. And number 2, Angela,
I bet Harrison Ford did.
I find this interesting as a writer. David E. Kelly writes all of his scripts longhand. Did you know that?
On a yellow pad.
How do you do that?
On a yellow legal pad.
My hand would fall off. I have no idea how you do that.
He's still great.
Angelo
and he's still married to Michelle Pfeiffer. He's still
they can't go wrong. Angelo, for years, wrote out his show notes on a yellow legal pad.
Yes, I did.
For to what, Ange? Like the last 5 years?
Yeah, probably the last 7 or 8 years. But then I went high tech and I used the laptop.
That's what they call you, a high tech Cataldi.
Here we go. All right, Super Bowl 60. Do you want to watch it again? There's no reason to, but if you
No.
do, it's on Peacock. All right, if you would like to see the Cosmere universe whenever it does come out, the entire universe will be on Apple Plus. Grace is on BritBox season 5. Check out Steel with Rhea this week on Amazon Prime. It's really good. And my pick of the week is The Lincoln Lawyer season 4 on Netflix.
Thank you very much. That man right there is Angelo Cataldi. You can get all the stories of his radio days in the book Loud, which is available at angelocataldi.com, amazon.com, or audible.com. Rhea Hughes can be heard each and every morning at WIP. You can listen to her on the radio or also on the Odyssey app all over the world. And you can check out her Instagram at Rhea Hughes 94 WIP. That's her handle there. My handle is Hello J Black. If you like divisive politics, I'm your guy. Come find me. Rhea knows. She sends me texts all the time. I don't know how you put up with it. And I do. I put up with a lot. So come see me there. And you can find our great sponsor, IHateStevensinger.com, where you can go to the other corner of 8th and Walnut. I'm going there. I'm getting one of those roses. I've decided. My comedy is not a present. I've figured it out. Getting her a rose. And guys, we'll be back next week with more great TV content.